Welcome to our broadcast and our lesson for today. So if you're watching, sit comfortably with a notepad. Always a good idea. I've talked about this little habit many lessons ago, but whenever you read a book or listen to a video, you should always have a small notepad beside you, and ideas will come up or flashes will come through, and then you can write those down and capture them instead of remembering them at that moment and then forgetting about it. Very important to do that. So let's give people another 5 seconds to get on the lesson for today. We're on lesson number 95, and I hope you enjoyed last week's lesson about pre-meditation habits or techniques you can do, and post-meditation techniques and habits. Did you enjoy that? Did you do it? I'm very curious to know if you added this little routine to your meditation. So if you did, great. You are a rock star, you're a champion, you're a doer, you're an implementer, an integrator. If you did not, then you still have much to learn, and you need to take action and implement what you learn. But we all learn at a different pace, so that's okay. In today's lesson, I wrote in the subject, I asked a question. The quality of your life depends on the quality of your... What's the answer to that? If you know the answer, just put it in the comments. This is something I've talked about before, but I'm just doing a quick review of this one because this is what's coming through this morning. I have to repeat this lesson. I have to teach it to you again and to make sure that you implement it and integrate it. So I can't see the comments right now, but again, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your... What's the answer? 3, 2, 1. The quality of your questions. The quality of your questions. The questions is first, and then the second is self-talk. How do you talk to yourself? And as you're talking to yourself, you will ask yourself some questions inevitably. So I want you to think about this. In any situation, how do you talk to yourself? Is it in a negative way or is it in a positive way? Do you treat yourself like royalty, or do you treat yourself like a peasant? When talking to yourself, like how are you talking to yourself, and what kind of questions are you asking? Remember, when you ask a question, you automatically get an answer. Now, if you don't believe this, I strongly urge you to change your mentality, your attitude about it. What you want wants you. If your questions are in a negative nature, like such as why does this always happen to me, in a negative way, or when put in a situation where you made a mistake, do you say, oh, you're so stupid, or why does this happen to me? These types of questions and self-talk is detrimental to your development, and you'll keep getting reasons why you're like that if it's in a negative way. And if you switch it around to quality questions, and this is very broad, but the quality of my questions is example for these lessons. How can I help just one person today feel better about themselves, or change their mentality, their attitude? Maybe someone is depressed, and watching this video and learning a lesson might spark them to change their ways and then put them back on the right path. A question like that. Or if I'm talking about wealth and money, what or which question might be best is this one. What $1 million idea can I come up with today to help X amount of people, let's say? It can be a number, but me asking those questions, I'll get an answer of what could I do in a positive way. instead of saying, well, I hate my job, or this always happens to me, or I'm such a loser. Watch the words you use. Is it in a negative way or is it in a positive way? Are you an optimist or are you a pessimist? The quality of your questions. Honestly, sit down or walk outside. Today's a beautiful day, but as you're walking, think about that. How do I talk to myself? And then if you are catching yourself talking to yourself in a bad way, in a negative way, in a condescending way, then stop yourself and cancel that habit, and then change the words you use, because the words are very powerful. Ask better questions of life. So what kind of questions do you ask yourself in the morning? Why do I feel so great and fully energized every morning when I wake up? That's a great question. And then throughout the day, you'll get messages and answers to why you're always happy or feeling energized. Those are the types of questions that I want you to ask yourself. This is very basic, but it can go in more complex ways in all areas, in your health, in your fitness, in your finances, in your training, in your relationships. Why do I have so many loyal and positive, motivated friends around me? Ask better questions and be careful on how you talk to yourself. If you make a mistake, don't say shit or fuck, I'm always, this always happens to me. I'm such a klutz or a clumsy, any type of words like that, and change them up to, I'm still learning. I'm still a learner. I still have much to learn. That's a very simple phrase. I still have much to learn. And then work your way to talk to yourself in a better, like more quality way. And you'll see the results will be astounding on the people you attract, the situations, your mood, the feelings, and the opportunities that will present themselves to you throughout the day, throughout the month, or the year. The quality of your life depends on the quality of your questions and the self-talk that goes on in the morning, throughout the day, and at night before you retire. This is your lesson for today. I want you to really think about this as you're meditating or walking or working today. If you catch yourself talking to yourself in a bad way, change it right away and reframe it or rephrase it in a way that empowers you and does not take away your power. And questions, what type of questions are you asking yourself? And turn them into something that is positive and that will bring you what you really want in your life. So this is my lesson. Stay on the path of self-mastery, integrate these two things, and let me know if you have questions or comments. Put them down below. Share the video if people, friends that you know that might need to hear this message, this lesson today. And as always, stay on the path, and I'll talk to you next week.